Oh my word, there's a lot of color in this spreadsheet. F9 and a lot of things moving around. What's going on here? Look up highest golf scores by team. Bunch of criteria issues here. Bunch of combinations. A lot of complexity. I'm going to walk you through it all. Some of the tools: index, match, large, if, and if 3 times. What's going on? How about XLOOKUP? A lot of narratives here. The anatomy is pretty crazy. Buckle your seatbelt. It's going to be a wild ride. Brad Williams, XL Prime. We're going to look up highest golf score and low. And we're going to throw in all kinds of mixes here. This thing is a jam-packed worksheet and has a lot of stuff on it, but it's very straightforward. Here we have golf scores. The difference here between this and a few other examples is you're going to see Team A and Team B. We're going to rank high scores, and in this first example, we're going to use index match. We have Team A, we have Team B. Then we're going to have low scores looking XLOOKUP. You want to change it, just change small to large and large to small. What I threw in here was a tiebreaker. I'll discuss that briefly. Here we have Team A and B and golf scores. You've seen this before in 240 in the previous tutorial. I don't have to go in depth here. I think I discussed enough in the previous. XLOOKUP, there's just a lot of flexibility with XLOOKUP. It's the go-to today. You have your lookup array, return array, not found, match, and the search modes. Very powerful. They packed a lot of horsepower in this function. In terms of what we're doing, look here. We have an index. In this one, index match, we have golfer 241 is the name range. There's 4 name ranges in here. Control-Shift-Enter for older versions of Excel. What we're going to do is golfer 241 is B5. We need to match that golfer to the team. I mixed this up a little bit, okay? Here we got hard-coded A. And here we have referenced. I referenced A. Your choice. You're going to get the same output here. But it really comes down to your own style. Match. We're looking for A, and we're looking for large. And we're going to reference this 1. You see this 1? Notice how we're going down this. You see G5? This is G5. And we're just going to copy this down. This is the highest score, second highest score, third highest score. Over here is the same format, but you're going to see that I referenced, and this is for B. Notice A and B. Notice A and B. And we're recognizing B hard-coded. Over here, it is reference. We use the cell reference. Again, your choice. We're going to use index match. And then we have this if function. We have to pass a true false. If team 241, which is team C5 to C15, is equal to E2 to B, then golf score tie. Here is an assist column. I manually put this in there, and the way it works is we're going to go D5. Then we're going to do a COUNTIF. All we're doing is counting. If we find another 83, we're going to subtract 1 and then multiply it times 0.01. Here's what it looks like. COUNTIF in our range, F9. We have 83 in our criteria. F9 is 83 minus 1. We're going to look here and there are no ties. What happens here, if we have a tie, range, F9, we have criteria. See, we have 6868. We have this F9, and we have 6868. What we're doing here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 minus 1 times 0.01, and then we're going to get this. Let's look at this thing. COUNTIF, F9 minus 1, F9. Not going to work. Look here, 6801. See above, it's 68. We have D68 plus this COUNTIF, F9, plus 0.01. we have to get rid of the 1. In other words, we need to get rid of 6, 8. We don't need to add it twice. And that's what that -1 means. We're getting rid of this F9. See, that's 6, 8, 6, 8. We're going to show a 6, 8. F9, we have 6, 8. We're going to show 6, 8 because there's 2 now. We don't want that 6, 8 added. I can show this. COUNTIF, COUNTIF. You can see the logic here, I hope. Let's look at this. F9, COUNTIF, F9. It turns out to 1. D9 plus 1 times 0, 1. D9 is plus 1 is going to be 69 times 0.01. Taking a look here, we have COUNTIF, and we have this array. How many times do we see 83? 1, 2. What is COUNTIF going to do? It's going COUNTIF if it's 83. And how many? We have 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 times 0.01 is 0.01. D14 plus 0.01 is 84.01. That's our tiebreaker. You can change this to a smaller number if it means anything. If it's significant, if that 0.01 is significant, you can take this out to 0.0001. Just make sure it's slightly above the previous number. That's how we throw in a tiebreaker. It's sloppy, but it works. There's other ways to do it, but for now, simple tiebreaker. The reason we include this tiebreaker here is because trying to match the A's and the B's with a tiebreaker is challenging. I'll discuss that later. This works all right if it's an issue. In terms of integrating the tiebreaker, all we're doing is referencing the difference. We're not looking at D, we're looking at E. We're looking at column E in the tiebreaker. Just wanted to separate those. To you, maybe a tiebreaker doesn't matter, but if it does, you can incorporate XLOOKUP.
Be sure to check out all of our Excel courses. Excel data and text manipulation. We have an advanced beginners and intermediate course. Excel essentials. This is for individuals new to Excel. We have an advanced, excellent beginners, level 1 and level 2, and intermediate level course. Excel formulas, formulas only. We have a beginner, an advanced, and an intermediate level course. Click on any of the links. There's a short video that explains everything about the course. Check it out.
You're just going to follow the same steps as you did with the index match. And hopefully, index match, I don't need to explain. I think we've covered it. If not, break it down piece by piece. XLOOKUP, it's just a shorter version, and it's going to do exactly the same thing here. Looking at XLOOKUP, we're going to have this lookup value. It's a little bit different from index match. It's close. We're going to do small. We use large up in match. Here we're going to use small, our lookup value. What's our lookup value? Small, and then we're using the same if logic. If team 241 is equal to A, then we're just going to do our golf scores and then reference this A right here, G11. We can go over here, our lookup array, if team 241 equals A, golf score. It's a little bit different than the normal lookup functions, but we get around those issues by rearranging. If you look at VLOOKUP or if you look up match, you're going to see the arrangement is almost identical because you couldn't cancel out those two because of their legacy software. They're just mixing this up and allowing you to rearrange it to get the same outcome. Return array will be golfer 241, which is going to be your golf scores right here. That's it. Okay, there's other options. You could put in an if not found. It's optional. The match mode and the search mode. Review the details down here in the anatomy. Now, in terms of the tiebreaker, the only change is we're going to reference E. It's going to be golf score tie. That's the name range. If you go over to B, I referenced this E2 up here. I guess I referenced it over in the tiebreaker. Here, you're going to see E2. Your K11 is going to be your ranking. So you can go 1, 2, 3. And I use small. Here's the deal when you're working with this assist column, large and small. Large, the tiebreaker in large is going to have higher priority. Why? Well, it's because it's the smaller number. Now, in terms of the other way around, if you have 83, 83, this 83 is going to have higher priority. It's going to be picked first in small. Why? Because it's smaller than 8301. So just keep that in mind. It's noted here. Here is a summary of the tiebreakers, and the title may be different. I'll probably change that up. Other than that, just work through this thing. There's a lot of stuff here only because I packed in a lot of information. There's a lot of redundancy, but work through it and have some fun with this one. It's Brad Williams, Excel Prime. Thanks for watching.